Howdy, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and this is another installation of the weekly or daily Rover auction review chat where we discuss Land Rovers and Range Rovers at dealer auctions throughout the country. And I think this one's going to be a little bit more, well, less about this specific truck than about selling a truck like this in general. Now, this is a 2003 D2. It's, fairly modified, has a hefty price tag of $25,000. It's at a specialty little dealer in Connecticut. It's got 150,000 miles. Not a lot of information on it, but visually there are a good bit of, modified parts and whatnot. So, again, we'll take a spin around the truck, see what it has. But I think the problem with a truck like this is it's at a specialty dealership. It looks good. It's got a nice paint and tires and a bumper and a winch and a snorkel and all the little bits that really scream, this is cool and interesting. But it's listed for 25 grand. And hey, if I had a cool truck like this at a specialty dealership and you're waiting for that one customer who just wants something cool and is not going to really look under, just check for rust and all that and just says, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, that's where you make money. That's how dealerships make money. There's nothing, there's nothing morally wrong with that, I guess. But the problem is I don't think anyone is really looking for that truck. They like to build that truck. I mean, the way to buy that truck is to buy it for 7 or 8 grand and, put 10 grand of modification and labor into it. And then you've got a truck you can kind of have fun with. But 25 grand, it's not that much fun, especially with no history of a full engine rebuild. I mean, we're all in the same boat if you watch these videos. You've got trucks that you bought cheap, you've modified, and you're in way over your head, but that's okay because that's what you want to do to it. It's worth, you can say it's worth the sum of its parts. You're not going to get your labor money back, but, like my truck, I've got a new transmission, I have a new transfer case, and potentially going to have a new diff soon, a winch, bumper. All these little bits, they're worth a certain dollar amount, but the labor to have those installed, unless it's a full engine rebuild, you're not really going to get back, and I think that's kind of what we're dealing with here. It is a nice truck, but it is an 03, so somebody built this truck without really any off-road intentions. They might have just kind of got talked into making it cool for a beach runner. It's out in Connecticut, so who knows? It could have been at the Hamptons or, one of the little islandy towns out there. We'll take a look at the frame because it's not rusty, but it has that kind of sitting patina rust on it that accumulates from just sitting near salt water. Like I said, the rear frame's not rusted out. It just has a little bit of that crust on it, which I don't like. Oh, it's got new Bilstein suspension. I'm sorry, Old Man Emu. But, no dash lights. It's up to temp. It's not overheating. It looks good. The other problem is an 03, so there's no CDL. So, that kills me. Did all of this, you're listing it for 25 grand and for a potential off-roader purchase, and there's no center diff lock. 03, I'm pretty sure is the year that you can't even modify it to have a center diff lock, so that's a shame. Rear frame looks good. Again, new, less than all-terrain tires, which is kind of a bummer, but I guess it's okay for sand. I wouldn't go poking those rear frame rails too hard. But again, it's a tough one, right? They threw the Rovers North, catalog at it, and it's got the silly screen and whatnot. But in this day and age, it's not COVID times anymore. Things aren't selling just to sell. People aren't buying just to buy. So your adventure mobile purchase person, sounds good, But all the little bolts and stuff have that little bit of surface rust. That's that windy salt rust, which just kind of sneaks up and gets things and make things brittle. But like I was saying, it's not COVID anymore. People aren't buying something just to buy something. They don't need the adventure rig anymore. They can get on a plane. They can fly somewhere. They can go to the beach. They don't have to get into overlanding to get out and about. And even with the higher mileage, 150, that's, average for these, but there's no details on it. So I would say crack price for sure. I need to probably start designating these. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.